Good evening, everyone. We have Mr. Prerit with us from 𝐿ZARpay. So, how are you feeling about the event?
Yeah, I think the event is very good. I see a lot of people from different startups as well as different companies coming here and sharing their ideas in terms of advancements in AI and machine learning. So great to be here and hearing a lot of use cases about how AI is transforming their respective industries. And I look forward to more discussions.
Right. So, AI is transforming into new industries and the established ones. What do you think regarding the niche industries? So, is AI playing any role in that?
Yes, definitely. So it is not only industries like manufacturing, healthcare, or education. It's a lot of other industries as well. Where AI is playing a big role. And specifically, if I talk about payments, right? A lot of it AI is helping us with, right? So talking about from the 𝐿ZARpay perspective, right? So we have a lot of use cases for merchant onboarding where AI is helping us, right? Additionally, in terms of improving customer experience, that is one area. We are able to provide personalized experiences using AI. Additionally, fraud is one of the key components for any payments company. In fact, the bread and butter, because any sort of leeway there can result into massive financial losses. So we have a lot of fraud detection use cases where AI is again helping us. Uh, and also, we have use cases on the smart payments routing where there are applications of AI. For example, we have different payment aggregators, right, which we integrate with. Now, where exactly the payments needs to be routed, there all the intelligence is coming from these models, and that really helps benefiting different merchants as well as also improving our margins as well as contributing to growth.
Okay, very nice. So, what is the role of Gen AI in problem solving in your field?
So Gen AI has a lot of applications in our field as well, and I will give you like a typical use case, right? So if you talk about any product company, right, there are lot of use cases of data analysis as well as generating insights on data, and even performing root cause analysis of different data points, right? Now, Gen AI is really helping us solve that problem, right? There was a time when we used to get data requests from different people. We used to get requests for insights, and we used to get requests for different RCs, right? Now, with we just entering these questions in the text format, all of these outcomes are generated automatically, right? So think about it from the effort perspective. We have been substantially able to reduce the amount of effort which we spend on these activities, and that is just because of the Gen AI models, right? All we need to do is to provide context to it, and that context is in the form of the metadata which we provide, and also define some of the metrics, right? And both of it combined helps us generate great outcomes and enhance our productivity as well as helping us focus on more strategic projects from the analytics side.
Right. So, there are two sides of a coin. There are merits and demerits. We talked about problem solving, we also talked about frauds. So, apart from frauds, are there any demerits in AI, Gen AI?
Okay. So, one demerit I would say is the hallucination, which you would have also heard, right? That the AI model tends to generalize.
Yeah, will you please explain it for the viewers?
Yes. So, like, for example, if you keep asking, a sort of similar question, right? So you will see that a model is generating similar type of responses, right? So how we usually overcome this situation is to provide more context to these models, and also trying to play around with different models, right? For example, there could be some AI models which could excel at reasoning. Some models could excel in terms of retrieval of data, right? So depending on the use cases, we use different models and provide the context, and that helps us overcome this problem. uh, Additionally, there are problems also with respect to sharing of confidential data, right? So that is something which we always plan to solve.
Privacy.
And yeah, privacy concerns. So which is where the whole responsible AI comes into picture. So we ensure that before we even you know generate any outcomes from the AI model, there is a detailed authentication of the user, and authentication of different databases, right, which we provide to the user, so that we are always aiming towards a responsible AI.
Right. So, lastly, I would like to ask you, what are your recommendations or the suggestions for the youth who wants to be in this field, in the Gen AI field?
So yeah, I would say people who would want to be in the Gen AI field, I think the first step should be definitely look at how do you do modeling on the structured data, right? Because that's the core, and that was also the first wave of AI which we had, right? Next is to learn how to model unstructured data and create outcomes out of it, right? So majorly from the unstructured data side, there are a lot of AI models, but all of them need context, right? And all of them need specific context in certain cases, right? So how do you sort of focus on prompt engineering, etc.? That is something people should look at. And then once they sort of get familiarity to these concepts, right, then they should also look at developing virtual agents. I think that is definitely the third wave of AI, where people want to get all the answers automatically just with the generation of natural text, right? And in fact, I just recently went to one of the Salesforce event. So Salesforce have launched agent workforce, which can create agents within 20 minutes, right? So think about the disruption which is happening in this AI field. That within 20 minutes you can generate the agents, you can refine different workflows, and all the questions and answers get answered, right? Just by providing context to different AI models.
Right. So, lastly, I wanted to ask one more question. That throughout the from last decade, AI is still existing, but since past 4 to 5 years, I can say AI is being in demand or in discussions of the common people also. So, what do you think? How did it get so common in the people?
Got it. I think you know it got so common because people understood that there is definitely a big power, in the generative AI models, right? And Chat GPT essentially played a very big role in it, right? People just asking it a question and it generating, specific context-based answers.
From students to corporate, everybody.
Exactly. So I think the moment people sort of started to use the ChatGPT platform, they were able to understand that these models definitely have a lot of capability, right? So why not explore more, right? And as more companies are exploring various solutions, they are understanding that AI is definitely helping them solve the problem, and helping them in terms of improving productivity as well as improving customer experience across the board. So I think majorly I would say ChatGPT was the breakthrough, which essentially socialized all of it to the common masses, and now we see usage across different sectors and different organizations.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. It was a nice interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you.